it is very exciting that we've got these new agents that are having great responses, but they're still responding only in a minority of the patients. So it's less than half the patients, even under the best conditions, where we're seeing objective responses. So what we've heard today at this meeting, the last couple days, have been a new appreciation for what we need to do next. And we heard this morning, we heard Pedro Romero revisiting the whole question about how to prime immunity and to talk about vaccine strategies and how important that's going to be in terms of turning on immunity in patients who don't have their immune system turned on already. We've also heard today talks and a better appreciation to look at what are the inhibitors, what are the components that are turning off the immune system, also from Graham Pollock and others looking at myeloid-derived suppressor cells or T regulatory cells. And then some very nice work from Ignacio Malero, even showing in video form how T cells are leaving to go into the tumor and points of entry where they go in and what agents may be useful to increase that. And all that's really very exciting because we've already found associations between the cells that are at the tumor site and the ability to make the tumors go away. So this is all just, it's a great meeting to bring these different thoughts together and move forward. But I think the future is, from our own perspective, from work that we presented here, that I presented 2 days ago, was the idea that for the patients who don't have immunity, we really do need to prime or turn on or educate their immune system to see their cancer. And we have some new strategies that are now in clinical trials, both in patients with lung cancer and in patients with prostate cancer, that are pushing ahead to prime. And we showed that we could prime immunity in those patients and induce fairly strong immune responses against a wide spectrum of targets. And I think that's probably one of the limitations currently with many of the strategies, is that when people use a single antigen, or a single target, you get a strong immune response against that target, and then you may get spreading of the immune response to other things, but in other cases you may not. And so we really need to be looking at very broad immune responses in patients, broad in terms of getting the immune system to see lots and lots and lots of parts of the cancer so that the cancer can't just turn something off and escape. So that's one of the big goals. And then the other things which I think I take away from here, and that I think many groups are looking at, is that and I think the comment that Ignacio Malero made again is so important, is not to underestimate the dark side. In his case, the dark side is the cancer. That cancer is a very difficult disease, and we're going to have to work very hard still to get patients over the partial response and stable disease points to get to complete responses and cure. And that's really what we're trying to do, is get to that point of curing a much, much larger percentage of patients. And I think the tools that we have now are giving us that chance. They're just getting into clinical trials, but it's a very exciting time to be in this field.
Un malato con diagnosi di melanoma rispetto a pochissimi anni fa ha ormai un quantitativo di opzioni terapeutiche nell'ambito di prodotti che sono sul mercato e nell'ambito di prodotti che sono in sperimentazione veramente importante. Abbiamo impattato in maniera significativa sulla sopravvivenza dei pazienti. Sappiamo che possiamo con l'immunoterapia, e questo lo dico solo perché abbiamo i dati a lungo termine, aumentare in maniera significativa il numero di soggetti che sopravvivono a 5 e a 10 anni. Speriamo che questo si possa ovviamente ottenere anche con la terapia target, e poi ci sono innumerevoli sperimentazioni praticamente in tutte le fasi della malattia, dalla malattia molto iniziale alla malattia a pazienti con metastasi cerebrali, nei quali si stanno riprovando nuovi approcci terapeutici. Quindi sicuramente questo è un campo e una palestra, il melanoma, di applicazione dell'immunoterapia, che peraltro si è spostata e si sta spostando sempre più velocemente su altri tipi di tumori. Penso al il carcinoma del polmone, quindi per cui abbiamo oramai farmaci che sono immunologici che sono disponibili anche lì in aggiunta a tutte le terapie target che già sappiamo funzionare nel polmone. A brevissimo avremo questi stessi farmaci nel carcinoma renale e soprattutto quello che un po' più in generale che è utile ricordare è che ci sono in questo momento moltissime sperimentazioni di immunoterapia e di terapia target praticamente in qualunque tipo tumorale. Noi, solo per dare un esempio, il nostro centro di Siena abbiamo in questo momento attive 32 sperimentazioni cliniche per pazienti affetti da neoplasie, da tumori di questo tipo diverso. La strategia futura sarà ovviamente quella di combinare questi due approcci, quindi la terapia target e l'immunoterapia. Ci sono studi in questo senso che stanno andando avanti anche in Italia, nel nostro centro a Siena abbiamo diverse sperimentazioni in questo senso e il futuro ancora diciamo più prossimo però sarà quello di capire come sequenziare questi approcci terapeutici, quindi quali sono i soggetti nei quali dobbiamo iniziare con l'immunoterapia, quali sono i soggetti nei quali dobbiamo iniziare con la terapia target e soprattutto quando interrompere il primo trattamento per utilizzare una sequenza terapeutica che sperabilmente impatti ancora di più sulla sopravvivenza a lungo termine dei pazienti.
Immunotherapy now is part of standard treatment of cancer. Now multiple drugs, immunotherapy have been approved with amazing success. First in melanoma, ipilimumab and anti-PD-1 treatment with really amazing success and not only clinical response in patients but also persistent response in patients. So this is really a great success. And what we see now is not only this treatment works in melanoma but other type of cancer. And I think the list of cancer that respond to immunotherapy is growing. So it works in a subset of lung cancer patient and in Hodgkin patient and renal and so on. So that's really extremely promising. And the second thing is now the potential in immunotherapy is growing. So potential for combinatorial therapy, new immunotherapy that can be used at the same time for patients, and we see that with, for example, the combination anti-PD-1 and anti-CTLA-4, which increase further the benefits for patients. So I think this is very promising for patients with cancer, for melanoma and other tumors, where combining immunotherapy, so multiple immunotherapy or immunotherapy with maybe more traditional treatment like radiotherapy or chemo, have the potential to provide more benefits to cancer patients.